Give us a loud Carlton. You all good? You all good? Nice to see you all. Welcome to the Mulgrave Country Club. Welcome along to That's Good For Footy. It's Carlton night. These are the shows where the fans get to meet the players and the players get to meet the fans. You guys are excited that that's all going to take place, aren't you? Yeah, a little bit of trepidation, like an old man into a warm bath. We'll warm you up, we'll get you going. Who wants to meet them? No, just a show of hands will do. No, that's good enough. Let's get him out here then. Our first panellist, he was born on the 6th of April in 1997. He's played a total of 70 games and he's kicked a total of 34 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2016 when he plays for the Carlton Football Club. He wears the number 7 on his back. Could you please welcome to the stage, Matthew Kennedy.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team.
It's like you're all in the library. You know, you can make a little bit of noise in that. We want to hear from you. You can just go, come on, Blues. Yeah, that's better.
Got one.
Yeah, there you go. Now, you know that it's both Paddy and Matthew's first time on the show, so go a little bit easy on them, but also make them feel welcome. That's what we want you guys to do, all right? Matthew, nice to see you here for your first That's Good For Footy panel show appearance. How is everything with you, mate, in your life? Good?
Yeah, things are going very well, mate. Feeling fresh off the bye weekend, obviously. Really excited to go back home and help Dad on the family farm. Went back home and it was pissing down rain the whole time.
Oh, really?
Did absolutely nothing, so a bit disappointed, but body's fresh at least.
Good. That's what all these guys want to know. They like the farm story, but they want to hear the Carlton story even more. Let's get our second panellist out here. We've got a lot to get through tonight, so we want to get through it nice and quick. Our second panellist, he was born on the 16th of October in 1999. He's played a total of 61 games and he's kicked a total of 19 goals. He made his AFL debut back in 2018. When he plays for the Carlton Football Club, he wears the number 2 on his back. Please welcome to the stage, Paddy Dale.
We are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues.
There you go.
We're the team that never lets you down.
All right. That'll do. They're not singing it, so we'll just leave it at that and just say they're both here. Please welcome to the show. Hey, Paddy, your first time at a That's Good For Footy panel show as well. I've got 2 newbies up here tonight. I feel like an OG and a newbie. Welcome, mate. How's everything in your world?
Yeah, thanks for having me. No, everything's been good. Straight off a little break for us last week, which was good. So, yeah, it's good to refresh and get going again.
Did you get to go away? Did you get to go and see family, catch up with anybody in particular? Or?
I actually went to Port Douglas for 3 nights.
Oh, excellent.
So, yeah,
how was it up there?
Yeah, it was nice.
I hope it wasn't raining for you.
No, it was 30 every day, so it was perfect.
Yeah, cool. All right, and you feel refreshed? You're all ready to go?
Yeah, very refreshed.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Excellent. Well, nice to have you both here. Welcome. Let's get to know the boys a little bit better. Let's do it in our first segment. It's called It's My Life. Oh, we got a singer. I like that. Well done. We like to introduce all of our segments with a little bit of theme music.
I like it.
Yeah, so don't feel off-putting or anything. It's all quite fun and engaging. Boys, I'm going to ask you a series of random questions. Just feel free, one after the other or both at once. I don't care how it comes out as long as we get something. At school, what sort of a student were you?
I was an okay student.
Okay.
I probably did a bit too much talking, not as much learning as I should have. So.
Did it always say down the bottom of the report card, needs to concentrate more, that sort of thing?
But talks too much, yeah.
Okay, all right, yeah. We're in the same boat then, welcome.
I was shocking. I got the always tries hard.
Oh, really?
I was no good. Yeah,
yeah right. Who did you grow up barracking for?
I was North Melbourne.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, no really. Booze. No, okay, all right.
I was a Hawthorn supporter. Dad brainwashed me young, but I was able to go and watch a few of those premierships, so that was pretty awesome to do that as a family. Yeah,
absolutely. Does the family barrack for whoever you play for or another team? Does the family, your family, do they barrack for who you play for or do they barrack for another team?
Yeah, so my parents are split with Richmond and Carlton because my brother's at Richmond, so it's
really?
Yeah.
It creates any disharmony when round 1 comes around each year?
It hasn't been too bad. It hasn't been too bad so far, but yeah, round 1's always, they're very split. Yeah. It's usually like mum's one team, dad's the other. But,
of course. Matthew?
Well, Dad was a very passionate Hawthorn supporter and he hated Carlton with a passion.
Right.
He's slowly coming around. My first game, when I first come to the club, it was a practice match over in Tasmania. and Dad actually wore a Hawthorn jumper. So I was new to the club and he was still wearing Hawthorn colours, so wasn't a great start, but he's coming around.
Wow. And what about Mum?
No, Mum's wherever I am.
Oh, okay. And Mum would be
Yeah,
the
Mum
same?
just supports us boys, yeah.
Yeah, good. All right. Was footy the only sport you ever thought about playing?
Well, as a kid, I was probably like most. I just loved playing sport. Played a lot of cricket, tennis, even a bit of golf, which everyone at the club's starting to play a fair bit of now. But AFL was always my main sport, my main passion, I suppose.
And were you actually gifted and proficient at it at an early age? Did that?
In an AFL?
Yeah. Well, just even in your junior years. Could you see that it was something you were driven towards?
Yeah, well, it was weird stuff for me. I don't think I started playing until I was 8 because I was quite a shy kid.
Yeah, right.
And I was very nervous. So Mum brainwashed me in the first game. My local team was short, which my brother was playing in, and there was a new pair of runners that were too small for my older brother. She said, if you play, I'll give you the runners. So I played and got the runners, but I loved the game at the same time, so it was a win-win.
So bribery actually paid off.
Yeah, it did.
It does work. I like it. Paddy, what about you?
Yeah, I was very similar. I played a lot of sports. It was mainly footy and basketball growing up.
Yep.
And like Jess said before, I've been trying to get good at golf, but it's quite a hard sport.
Dowie's struggling a fair bit.
Yeah, right.
Struggling a lot.
Yeah. Tell me, was it a hard choice for you? You've got the height for basketball. Were you quite good at that as well? Did you ever waver?
No, I was always full for footy, but basketball was more like that summer sport that you played to sort of stay fit for footy.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
You made a few state teams, didn't you?
But that was like under 12s.
Still count.
Kind of counts. Yeah, I'm with you. Hey, if it was your choice, what position would you like to play?
In
AFL
footy.
right now, yeah. If it was your choice, if you could say, Vossi, this is what I'm doing.
What Harry does is pretty good. If I was 200 centimetres, I'd love to be full forward.
Good
He does
answer.
the least running, so I'd go Harry as well.
Yeah.
Or Charlie.
No, good answer. Absolutely. Do you watch a lot of footy on TV with the sound up or down?
It's
If
probably
you do.
something I'm watching more of these days. The game seems to be a bit quicker and fast tempo, so I'm enjoying watching it more now than probably I have in a while.
Yeah.
But I suppose it helps when you're winning, so...
Yeah, that always helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, earlier this year I've watched a few of the AFL games and I'll have to keep the volume down because it gets me too pumped up and I can't sleep that
really?
night if it's... Yeah, no, it's definitely volume down job. So
Yeah, that's interesting. So you do watch a little bit of football, but it's a sound down kind of vibe for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Outside of AFL, what is your favourite sport to watch?
I love my cricket, so it's probably, especially when the Ashes is in Australia, I do enjoy that, but also the Australian Open is good to watch.
Oh,
But
good.
It's between those two.
Just a very quick one in relation to if Australia aren't playing. Have you been watching England, New Zealand?
No, I haven't.
No, okay. No, good. Just a quick question because I'll throw that one in there. If it's cricket, but it's just all Aussie stuff, then that's cool with me. Paddy, what about you?
yeah, I'd love me tennis. So every Australian Open I'll go watch the tennis and try and head to the grand final. But at the moment it's been a lot of YouTube golf, PGA Tour and all that sort of stuff. So I've been trying my hardest.
And there's plenty going on in that respect as well. And even with the,
exactly.
they just did Roland Garros and was it with Rafael Nadal? He just got across.
Oh,
the
yeah, Rafa, yeah.
Yeah, so that was interesting. Have you binge watched anything lately, boys? And is there something that you would recommend? What have you been watching and what have you been binging on?
You go.
Yeah, a bit of Stranger Things. If no one's watched it, I'd highly recommend it.
So you've been through all the seasons? You're right up to like season 3 or 4, is it up to
Yeah,
now?
season 4 just come out, so
Yeah.
I'd highly recommend watching that if you haven't.
Okay, yeah,
But,
right.
Smash that out pretty quickly.
Yeah, and there's a volume 2 coming out soon, so
Okay.
yeah, definitely Stranger Things.
All right, anything else that you're actually watching? Is this outside of that? What about you, Matty? What are you watching?
Well, I'm the same. I was Stranger Things. Drive to Survive. We got hooked on that for a bit.
Cool.
That was pretty good. And all the boys are into their F1s at the minute, so that was probably the other one a lot of boys binge watched.
So me and Cher, we live together with Welshie as well, and we've been playing a lot of chess. We're not very good at that either, but The Queen's Gambit on Netflix is also a good show. It's around chess.
Yeah,
So
familiar with it. Okay. Ozarks.
Never got into it.
No.
I tried to, but couldn't get myself into
Better
it.
Call Saul. Yellowstone. None of those.
Oh, a
yeah,
lot of boys.
Yellowstone's
Yeah.
very good.
Yellowstone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Has a little bit of
It's
appeal
usually
there.
Netflix for us. We've only got the Netflix at the moment,
Yeah, right.
so it's
There you go. I'm just trying to get into a little bit of their insight. That's good. If you were a UFC fighter or a boxer, what would your introduction song be?
I love watching Rocky growing up, so probably Eye of the Tiger.
Oh, excellent. Nice.
Oh God, what do I have for you? Oh, I can't even really think here.
I don't want to put you on the spot, just something that might have dropped into your thoughts.
What's the
Just go-
pump-up song? A good pump-up song.
Yeah, what do you like?
A bit of Drake. Yeah, that's a great song. Tune.
Yeah, okay. Now, what did you say then?
A bit of Drake.
Oh, yeah,
Look
cool.
Alive.
Yeah, all right. In your time alive, who do you think has been the best footballer you've actually seen play?
Probably the bloke we live with, Sam Walsh, is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
That's my claim to fame anyway, is Walshy.
Good.
Yeah, I remember the first year I was at the club playing with Cripper, that 2018.
Yeah.
He was, unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. We weren't winning many games, but he was just dominating.
Yeah, it's great to see him back to that form, and now you guys are actually on the winning side of things as well. And moving on back to that point, when you talk about Walshy, what a talent, a prodigious talent that just came straight out of nowhere. I remember when we first had him on the show, and he was just like a deer in the headlights. Nothing to do with his football ability, because the boy can play. Absolutely brilliant. You've been handed a first-class ticket to travel anywhere in the world. Where are you going and why?
New York, I think.
Oh, nice.
There's some plans to go to New York in the off-season, so
Have you actually done it before, Paddy?
I haven't, no, I haven't been to America,
Yeah,
so...
be careful. It's a wonderful place. You'll probably want to stay. I loved it.
I'd probably say the same. We're getting pretty excited for America.
Yeah.
I'd been to New York once. We went over with my family. We
Okay.
decided to have a white Christmas.
Right.
Went over there, didn't snow. And then we went to Vegas, but it was with the family and I wasn't 18, so it was a bit of a different Vegas experience,
Yeah,
so
that's
might have to go back.
That's one of those times when you can talk about the stories that happened in Vegas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Do you have that one mate that always likes to give you advice and feedback on your footy? Everyone's got that one mate.
Chair. Matt.
Really?
Yeah, loves it. He's like a little coach. He's the young coach. He's
Yeah.
the coach's pet too. He loves it.
Player. Matt Cottrell. He's pretty lippy, yeah. He likes to let you know how you go.
Yeah, right.
I'll go with Matty Cottrell.
All right. Okay, so listen to these questions, boys. These are multiple choice. All you got to do is give me your first and your last. Not rate them from first to last, just your first and your last. Tell me this. It's a multiple choice question, and it's on the I can't resist table, okay? KFC, pizza, fish and chips, McDonald's, pasta, or a Sunday roast? Which comes first, which comes last?
KFC first for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Last,
Sunday.
probably pizza for me.
Okay.
Sunday roast, I reckon.
Wow.
Sunday roast last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
KFC.
That was my second option.
Fish and chips.
How cool is that? So KFC, everyone likes KFC. Yeah, it always gets number
There we
one.
go.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this one.
That's what I'm talking about.
This is another multiple choice. And this is our you're kidding me table. All right. So we've gone from the I can't resist table to the are you kidding me table. Which of these from either just first and last? You're waiting in a queue. You're being stuck in traffic. You're being put on hold. You're waiting for a green arrow. Your streaming service or the internet is buffering, or you're waiting for the microwave to finish. First and last.
I hate waiting in lines. I'm not very patient.
Waiting for that green arrow can be a
Green
bit
arrow.
annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, green arrow is always a popular one. Waiting in a queue. And what would be least?
What were they again?
Probably
Microwave.
the phone service.
Yeah.
The internet buffering. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. Multiple choice, here's your last one. All these things are happening at the same time. This is what no way table, all right? Your wife is giving birth. Okay, you're probably okay that that's not happening. But you have to choose.
Not there yet.
You have to choose. Your wife is giving birth. Your best mate is getting married on a yacht in Monte Carlo, and he's shouting you an all expenses paid holiday. You're playing in the AFL Grand Final, or you have access and all access, all areas to see your favourite band on the planet. Which one are you doing? We can safely rule out the first one, but...
Yeah, I feel like I have to say the grand final, but
Can't go past the grand final.
yeah, I'm going to stick with that.
What was yours, Paddy?
Yeah, definitely the grand final.
Definitely the
Can't
grand
go past
final. All right. They're loyal, all right? That's what you wanted to hear.
Second was yacht, though.
It's pretty tempting,
Yeah,
mate.
well,
I get
second.
it. Hey, how are you with flying when you have to do interstate games? Do you need your own pillow? You need your lots of leg room? What's your mindset for a game?
On the plane, the one thing I need is me headphones.
Headphones.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
The noise cancelling headphones are a must.
And are you listening to Drake the whole flight?
Yeah, exactly.
Thereabouts?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. All right.
I just need to get some food into me. I hate being up in there and hungry, so that's one thing I need.
Interesting. Notice that obviously Carlton is sponsored by Virgin. Sandy works for Virgin, so that's an interesting
Always
update.
smooth flights.
Always smooth flights. Interesting. Yeah.
Thank you.
Interesting that you allude to that
chocolate.
though, because I think you guys are about to come off chartered flights, so you're about to go back in and what would you
I think
call
they're
it?
finished now.
Yeah. So it's
It was a nice experience because there was always plenty of leg room.
Yes.
You got the
Always got the exit row.
to
Yeah.
yourself. Put the feet out.
Yeah. And you and if you're doing
Grab your number.
those trips to New York like you're planning on, make sure you get something with either not coach.
You want the exit rows.
Yeah, exactly. Who loves getting their rig out just a little bit too much down at the club?
Charlie Curnow.
Oh,
Yeah, always. Especially the way he's been going, he's been getting the rig out.
really.
Very happy. He's very loud at the minute. Yeah.
It didn't seem like you guys had to take too much time to get to that answer. All right. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given?
It's a tough one. I feel like it's probably something Dad said,
Yeah.
but he said plenty of good things.
Yes.
Best advice.
It's definitely around, these aren't the exact words, but if you don't enjoy it, you don't do it. Just like if you enjoy it, you just go your hardest at it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Good. What do you think, Matt?
I'm like a deer in headlights. I'm Walshy at the minute. I'll
Think
I'll
about
get
it for a
back.
sec, because I'd love you to get a little bit of a pearl of wisdom that's been passed on from your dad. While you're thinking about that, what's the one thing that you can't live without?
Feel like probably the phone. I'm terrible with direction, so
Yeah.
without maps, I'd be screwed. I think.
Right.
Or my car. I can't do public transport, so I'd need my car at all times. I reckon, yeah.
No pearl of wisdom that you want to impart before we move on?
No, obviously it wasn't that good.
Yeah. It'll do. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Matthew Kennedy and Paddy Dale. Please put your hands together for them. Thank you. All I wanted to do is just to give you a little bit of insight, a different kind of insight into the boys. We try and ask questions that are not your normal kind of questions. But it is a footy panel show too, so we're going to talk a little bit of football. We're going to do that in this... we're going to talk about the tips, the ladder and the round that's coming up. We're going to kick it off with round 13, which is obviously starts tomorrow night, commences Thursday, June the 9th. It's Richmond versus Port Adelaide. Richmond in 10th position versus Port Adelaide in 12th. 7:20 p.m. at the MCG. Both teams had the bye, boys. I'm not going to ask you to go into any detail here. Just who do you think might win between these two teams? If you've got any insight, you feel free to say it. But
It's going to be very tough. Both are in really good form.
Yep.
I'm going to back Richmond just because it's in Melbourne and Port are going to have to travel.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm the same. I think Richmond have caught a bit of form recently, so I reckon Richmond will take the win there.
Okay, boys, no worries. This game, Friday the June the 10th, it's Essendon versus Carlton, 16 versus 7. 7:50 p.m. MCG. We'll discuss this game in a little bit of detail shortly. I'll come back to it. But we'll go to this game. It's on Saturday, June the 11th. It's third place Fremantle versus Hawthorn in 13th place. 2:10 p.m. The game is at Optus Stadium. Freo coming off a 14-point win, playing on their home deck. They've won their last two against both Melbourne and Brisbane. That's first and second on the ladder. They have won both home and away. After they don't get too far ahead of themselves comment, which was made by, obviously, Justin Longmuir came out and made that comment. Let's not get too far ahead of themselves. After that comment was made, I said 6 weeks ago that they were the real deal when they beat the Cats in Geelong. Then they came out, they got beat by Gold Coast and Collingwood. But they've got Nat Fyfe coming back into the team that's playing very good football. You boys played them back in round 6 at Optus. Give us a tip, but also because you played them in round 6, give us a little bit of an insight into what they like to play, especially at Optus.
I tip Freo, obviously. Neither of us actually played that game.
Yeah, no, we didn't play against it.
But just going through the reviews, their pressure was really good. They got good inside-outside players, so I feel like they're a very all-rounded team. Got dangerous forwards. Obviously, their midfielders are exceptional. And now they add Fyfe, so 6 weeks ago when you said they're the real deal, I believe they still are the real deal. very tough and competitive team.
And having Nat come back in, it looks like he's going to go to maybe the role that everyone in the AFL and outside of that wants him to actually play, which is a full definition of a full centre-half forward. That could be a really good role for him to fit into a team that's already got depth within their midfield and a good structure in their forward line.
Yeah, I feel like if he goes forward, it takes one of their better defenders away from their other tall forwards, so it's definitely going to open up a lot of opportunities for him.
Yeah, they're going really interesting. It's going to be a crackerjack opportunity for them to cement themselves in, obviously, that top 4 position. Let's go to this game. This is at 7:25 p.m. at the Gabba. It's second place Brisbane coming up against fifth place St Kilda. This will be a good game too. Lions lost to Freo, as I just explained. Saints had the bye. Not a lot to allude to there, but what do you think here, tips-wise, boys?
I'm going to go Saints, I reckon, with this one. After Brisbane losing to Freo, they might get a bit of a kick in the bum, but I reckon Saints will come out, and also similar to Richmond, I feel like they've found some form and they're starting to mould a bit together, so I'm going to go Saints.
Good call. Okay.
Yeah, I was half thinking about tipping Saints, but because Brisbane lost last week, I reckon they'll be fired up. Home crowd, they're a pretty proud side, so I don't think they want to lose 2 in a row.
Yeah, okay, good boy. All right, let's go to this game, Sunday, June the 12th. What I understand is they're going to be locking the gates at quarter time for this game, so as no one can get out. This is North Melbourne in 17th position versus GWS in 15th position. It's going to be like playing in front of a COVID crowd again, I think. 3:20.
That was Dowie's exact comment in the car.
COVID all over again.
3:20 p.m. at Marvel Stadium. North Melbourne, 1 win from 12 games, 2 wins since round 16 last year, and both those wins were against West Coast. I'm not sure this tells how bad North are going or more how bad West Coast are going. GWS had the bye. What do you think here, boys?
I think on paper GWS still have a very talented side, so I'm going to back them in, and plus sort of new coach coming in, bit of a release of the shackles, bit more freedom.
Okay.
I'm going to back them in.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good point. That was very similar to us when Teague come in. It was sort of like a relief, and the players sort of play with freedom. So I reckon Giants will come out and win.
Football's the real winner, though, isn't it? Yes.
Well, exactly right.
Of course, there you go. Let's jump over to this game. It is Queen's birthday weekend, Monday, June the 13th. Collingwood in 8th position versus Melbourne in 1st position, 3:20 p.m. at the MCG. Pies 4-point winners 2 weeks in a row. The D's need to get back onto the winners list. What better opportunity than Queen's birthday? Big Freeze 7 at the G. This event has not been able to take place at the G for the last 2 years. So if the club is in need of a reason to get up, do it for Neil. May has been suspended due to an altercation. Most of you probably heard a little bit about that. That altercation with Jake Melsham. Not what they need right now, I would suggest. What do you think here, boys? Pies, as I said, 4-point winners, last 2 games that they've played, coming up against the D's. Big game, Queen's birthday weekend at the G in front of what should be a good crowd. What do you think?
Yeah, I can't see Melbourne lose. I've been very surprised that Melbourne have lost the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
But I think even with May out, I reckon that it's next man up. So I reckon they'll be fine with their defence. They've got a very strong defence. So I reckon I feel like we should have beaten Collingwood by a fair bit. So I reckon Melbourne will get that.
Interesting now, Tom McDonald looks like he's got a bit of a Les Frank injury and could miss the rest of the season. I know what that's like. I had a Les Frank injury as well. They're not pleasant to have. Missing him, and I know Tomlinson's coming in and filling that role. I think they just get a little bit of cohesion and a bit of stability back in their back line. They'll get back to where they should be. Your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think exactly right. And like you said, Neil Danaher, obviously a very important player or past coach of the club. They're very proud and what he's done for footy and the whole fight MND cause. I think they'll have plenty to play for, and to get their season back on the right track, they should get up.
Beautiful, mate. Well said. There's buys to the Crows, Cats, Suns, Swans, Eagles and Dogs. Let's talk about this, though. It's Carlton in 7th position versus Essendon in 16th. 7:50 p.m, Friday night under the lights at the G. Let's talk more about this game in a segment we like to call Tell Me More. Free to dance, sing, whatever you want, boys. Each week we ask the panellists to give their thoughts and opinions on all things happening both in and around football. We are not trying to make or break the news. We're just trying to get the thoughts and opinions straight from the players. Let's do it. It's round 13. It sees you boys coming up against your long-time arch rivals in Essendon. Friday night football under the lights at the G. Game kicks off at 7:50, as I've alluded to. It's a big game, boys. It really is. Reason I say that is because the games that Essendon and Carlton have played in the past always are like, they're hard fought. You know, Essendon are going to come out, they've got something to prove. The Bombers, like you, had the bye last week. They're a team under a lot of pressure at the moment with a record of 2 wins from 11 games. They are under review, not just in the football public, but also within the club. They're sitting 16th on the ladder. They'll be looking for redemption, not against you boys, but against themselves, because pride is a major factor. They'll be wanting to assert their authority straight from the get-go, you would imagine. Your thoughts on what I've just alluded to in just that first paragraph?
Yeah, well, firstly, it's always exciting Friday night under the lights, but like you said, they're a very proud club, and there really feels like there's no easy games in AFL, especially when it's a big rivalry game like it is. Essendon got plenty to play for, and I think us going forward as a club, these are games, we need a win to make finals. Definitely makes it easier, so there's plenty to play for, and it's very tight in the top 8, so no, we're ready to come out and for a very physical game, and we're looking forward to it.
Good.
Yeah, following from that, as soon as you underestimate a club, it sort of gets to the point where you become a bit complacent and they can sort of get under your skin a little bit. So going into this week, it'll be a great game. Friday night, I don't think we've played a Friday night game this year. So I think all the boys are very, very ready for it after losing to Collingwood, another rival, and then coming out and a lot of energy around it.
If you guys haven't got your hair standing on your back of the neck getting excited about that one, I don't know what's going on with you. I reckon it's going to be great. I wanted to just allude to this, boys. You guys have been there, okay? You've been where Essendon are at the moment. I just want to go through this. As we now watch the Blues string some wins together, all the factors which make Carlton a good team with a promising future are the things that the Bombers are probably struggling with. Things like continuity from some key personnel, plus a belief in their playing group and a clear message and structure in your game plan coming from the coaching group. This cohesion is what seems to be lacking at the Bombers out at Bomberland at the moment. Is this a fair assessment on the comparisons between the new Carlton and the current Essendon?
Yeah, when your club gets reviewed, there's a lot of pressure on like a lot of the coaches as well as the players. So I feel like that can also affect performance and from everyone all across the board. So I guess it's just it's the ability to sort of block out all that pressure and for them to maintain consistency. But it does make it difficult when there is a review. But like you said, I feel like there is some personnel that probably could be playing a little bit better. But I still think they've got a very good list, and once everything comes together, they'll be able to string together a few games. But at the moment it's
You always hear things like we can only control what goes on inside these 4 walls. There seems to be maybe, I won't call it disharmony, but I'd say discord with some of the players. You saw Darcy Parish have a little bit of a go the other week, which was good because I actually told him to when he was on the show. But it was like, get out there and show some real spirit, which was fabulous because that's what they started to look like they were doing. The point that I wanted to make is that, you guys have been through it. And what is it that you took from it then? When you say you can only control what's in the 4 walls, there is a lot of external noise. There's a lot of things happening within the club and externally. When you're going through a review, how much does that affect the playing group from your point of view, Matt?
Yeah, I suppose it was very tough, especially for the boys that were there even before us. I think it's one thing that Vossi's been really strong on is trust.
Yep.
I remember the first meeting we had, he said, we've got to really trust each other, from players to coach and stuff. You've got to trust our game plan. We need to trust you as players out there making the right decisions and vice versa. So off the back of that, I think we've built a really strong culture.
Yep.
Now, I feel like we've been building that over the last probably 3 years. We just weren't getting the results.
Yeah.
So we had to maintain pretty positive as a footy club, even though, we weren't getting the results and the media were attacking us. But as a playing group, or as a football club, we actually remained pretty strong. There was probably a few things that weren't 100% working for us, but we had the review and cleaned all that up. But we also said, footy's never as good and it's never as bad. So when it was really bad, it was tough, but we remained strong that we were doing a lot right and building those foundations. And now that it is going well, it's great, but we also don't get too far ahead of ourselves because it can easily fall pretty quickly. So
absolutely,
we just like to get in, work hard, and that's one thing we've been doing really big this year is sort of train hard, play easy almost. Training's been pretty physical and it's competitive for spots. So it's been really enjoyable, but I think we've got a really strong culture. The connection between players and coaches is really strong, and there's a lot of trust and belief now, but it's probably from a lot of work that I suppose a lot of supporters don't get to see.
Yeah. It's interesting, the three things I took from that, one of them, obviously you were alluding to, is the factor of what Justin Longmuir just said, don't get too far ahead of yourself. Second thing is the foundations that have been built, leading right through from, say, 2017, 18, 19, 20, right up to where you are now, is given the playing group that cohesion. And the last thing that I wanted to allude to there that you were just bringing up was the fact that if you've got that cohesion and the playing personnel on the track, then you can bring it all together. And that seems to be where you guys are going.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, it just allows you to game day just be able to go out there and trust in your opponent that his teammate, he's going to get his job done. That
was the last thing as well that I wanted to allude to. Must have given both of you a lot of faith and belief when the coach says trust in each other. We want you to trust us and we're going to entrust in you, because that's really the kind of support you need in order to come out and be your best. Correct? Yeah,
exactly. I feel like the coaches we've got this year have just filled all the players with a lot of confidence.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been unreal for us all. The playing group trusts them a lot, and Vossi's very good at it. We joke about it before games, but his pump-up speech makes us want to run through a brick wall after it. So,
that's brilliant. And if he's one person that could run through a brick wall, he's actually the person that could. I just wanted to allude to this fact. I'm not glossing over the fact that the Blues have had and have still got their fair share of key personnel on the sidelines. It's simply these circumstances that I'm pointing out. Now, you don't have to give me any updates here. I'm not asking for any, although I have already seen that. Marchie, all right, you're coming back.
Thanks, back.
Yeah, but missing in action at the moment. I was going to say you've got Marchbank still out. No, you haven't. He's back, which is fantastic. You've got Ed Curnow with a calf, still 2 to 3 weeks. McKay with a knee, still 3 weeks. Wiedering with his shoulder, now 6 to 8. Pitney with a knee, 5 to 6. McGovern with a hamstring, 8 to 10. Williams with a calf, 8 to 10. And McDonald has injured his back and will miss the season. That's a lot of key personnel players on the sidelines. So to come out and do what you're doing at the moment and to have the depth that you have and to know that you've got those players coming back, that must give you a lot of solace.
Yeah, it's the depth that we've got in the reserves, I guess, and Vossi was talking about it this week, it's the next man up attitude, and it's worked very well for us this year. So we've had it even early on when Oscar went down, Youngie come in and started playing his role well, and Youngie's done that for, I reckon, 8 or 9 rounds now. So yeah, it's been very good.
Brilliant. Lastly, I had on the injury list Kennedy with a quad. Now we know that we've had the bye. You didn't play in the Collingwood game. We can expect you back.
Yeah, I'm back. It's pretty embarrassing. I missed 2 games this year from a cork quad, so the old man wasn't too impressed when I went home. But it's feeling good now. So yeah, got through training.
I used to play with a broken leg. Come on, son. What are you doing? You know?
Yeah. He wasn't very proud of me.
Yeah. Well, good. That's excellent. That question that I ask is, can we expect you back? The answer is yes, Carlton fans. Paddy, first game back since your stint on the sidelines. Second game back for the year. How'd you feel getting back onto the big stage? Before you answer that, I just want to say, and what a way to come back against the Pies in front of 80,000.
Yeah,
what was that like for you?
It was a very big game to come back to. There was we had a few past players come in and talk to us. We had Sticks come in and talk to us before the week before leading up. So I think
Tell us about that. Give us some insight into that.
That got a lot of boys up and about.
They hate Collingwood. That's one thing we got.
That's one thing that was evident. Yeah,
exactly. Him and Harmsy would come back into the club too, so he's got a couple of flags as well. Yeah. It's just interesting to hear them talk about, they've all won a lot of premierships, and they always talk about the Collingwood games in that season are always the most important games. So, it put a lot of hype around the game, and it was good to come back. And unfortunately, couldn't get the win, but fought hard, and the comeback was good in the fourth quarter.
It was absolutely. How did you feel for it personally?
Yeah, it's
better for the run, obviously.
Yeah, it's a big step up AFL, but No, I feel like I held my own at points, but it's just maintaining the consistency of it throughout the 4 quarters of the game.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, good on you, mate. I'm glad to see you back, and I'm sure the fans are as well. Yeah, please. One last question here, boys. Give us your thoughts on what it's like down at the club since Vossi turned up, both from a pre-season and a home and away perspective. What's he been like pre-season wise, and what's he been like moving into the home and away? And I don't want to use any comparisons with previous coaches. That's not fair to do, but just give us your insight into what he's been like for you.
I think a lot of the boys, when he first came to the club, he spoke about trust. It was just getting to know him on that personal level. And we shared our stories and he shared his. And I think for a lot of the players, obviously his career, it was very easy to come in and you just really respected the bloke. But the way he came in and handled himself and didn't make it about him. It was always the club, and there's always something bigger than the individual, and that's the club. That was pretty evident. So he was really big on having a very solid pre-season and setting those foundations. But as the year's sort of gone on, we're sort of figuring out the way we want to play and how we want to play it. But he's very big on the contest, which he was as a player, so being strong and win your one-on-one battles. But I suppose we're sort of working out the way we want to play still a little bit, and we're trying to fix up our defence a bit at the minute, but our offence we're sort of pretty happy with, but it's still a bit of a working process as well.
Give me a little bit of insight. What's it like having Diesel around at the club?
Yeah, we had Diesel. Diesel used to do a little bit of work with us 2 years ago, and then COVID, we went to the hubs and everything, so he couldn't come to the hubs. But no, we all know Diesel pretty well. He's got a big character, Diesel.
Yeah, good sense of humour.
Yeah, he loves telling us about his Brownlows and his premierships and how he's in the team of the century. So we hear enough of that. But he's a great bloke to have around the club. He's been around most trainings this year, and he's the head of football. But the director of football, and he's around training all the time, knowing. Giving feedback to the players, and he's been very good.
Very passionate, isn't he?
Loves it.
You were speaking before of the old blokes and how passionate they are. Diesel's just very keen on seeing the club play finals again, and he wants to be a part of it. He loves working with us young boys, so it's good to have him around and a bit of an old boy's head.
Again, I go back to the trust thing with Vossi. You talk about the legends that come in and speak to you about big games. You get someone like Diesel around at the club. There's a lot of cohesion. There's a lot of belief. It's more power to you, my friends. Well, boys, there's no such thing as an easy game of footy. Each game presents new challenges. This one's going to be no different. Put simply, where do you think this game will be won and lost? The game I talk about is Essendon and Carlton.
Probably in the contest, it sort of always starts inside, but I feel like if we can match them and pressure them, they like to use the ball well, and they've got a very strong midfield group that I feel like generates a lot of their ball movement. If we can match them inside, I think we'll be able to outspread them.
Brilliant.
Yeah, very similar to Chia's point before, and if we can lock it in our front half with our defence and press and squeeze the ground, I feel like we'll keep it in our forward 50 for most of the game and hopefully, put them away.
Ooh, exciting. Okay, final word. I'll give it to you, boys. Tip and margin.
I don't want to be too cocky. I'll go us by 30.
Oh, cool. Don't want to be too cocky. Us by 30. Yeah. All right, like it. Nice.
Well, I might second that. I'll go 30 as well.
Good. All right, well, that's confident. I don't want to go any further than that. Well done, boys. That's it, folks. Please put your hands together for the boys. We're going to introduce the segment. It's called Simply the Best. All right, here we go, boys. Your first question starts now. Remember to keep the microphone nice and close to you. And when you give me your answer, make it clear and concise. How many premierships has your club won?
Craig.
16.
16
is correct. Well done. You're off the mark. That's 1 point. Beautiful. How many times has your team played in a losing grand final? You still there, boys?
Yeah. I'm going to go... Peter?
Peter, how many do you think, mate?
4?
No, you've been around a little bit longer than that. How many do you reckon if you had to have a stab in the dark, Craig?
Oh, I'd probably say 12.
You'd be very close, my friend. It's actually 13. Bad luck. Here we go, boys. Your next question. Who is your team's captain?
Craig.
Craig.
Paddy Cripps.
Correct. Beautiful. He's off.
I've got to start
off
using my buzzer.
Yeah, you do. Keep testing it, mate. Who wears the number 7 at your club?
Peter.
Peter.
Matt Kennedy.
Well done. Perfect. Well done.
Go, Pete.
All right. Is it Pete's first score? Okay, there we go. All right. How many members does your club currently have? Closest to within 1,000, boys.
Peter.
Peter?
81,334, something around there.
Mate, it's 82,870. You've got the chocolates. Well done. 2 point. You've got now 2 points. Here we go. When did your team where did your team finish on the ladder at the end of the home and away season last year?
Craig.
Craig? Very reluctant.
10th?
No, wasn't 10th. Would you like to have a go, Pete?
Yeah, it was 13th.
Correct, mate. 13th it is. Well done. How many games did your team win last year at the end of the home and away season?
Peter.
Craig.
Oh, that was Peter.
8.
Yes, correct. 8 it was. I'd be so excited, everyone. Just calm down, please. Excitement's killing me up here. What year did your team last win a grand final and who did
Craig.
they play? Craig.
95. It was Geelong.
Who?
Geelong.
Geelong it was. Correct. 1995, Geelong. How many points did you win that grand final by?
Not Craig.
Oh, who was that? Peter? Peter. How many points, my friend?
Was it 62?
No, it wasn't. I can't. Do you want to have a go, Craig?
It was 60-ish, 64.
Oh, you went the other way. 61. Bad luck. No point. No, got to get it exactly. Yeah, no, we're very strict here. You can see by the score pads we spend a lot of money. All right. Who was the last Carlton player to win a Norm Smith medal? You guys barrack for Carlton, don't you?
Yeah, Craig.
Yep. Craig.
Greg Williams.
Yes, it was. Excellent. Congratulations. Do you know what year, mate? No point for it.
95.
Correct. Well done. You got your point. This is for 2 points now, boys. Who was your club's leading goal kicker in 2021?
Craig.
And how many goals? Craig. Who was it and how many goals?
Harry Mackay.
Yes?
27.
No.
Peter.
Don't have a lot of faith in him, do you? Harry Mackay it was. How many goals do you reckon, Pete?
59. Last year, yeah? Last year.
Your final answer was 59?
Was it 2021, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah,
You can go with 59 if you want.
Yeah, 59 wasn't
Yeah,
it?
no, you're wrong. It was 58. Bad luck. So close, mate.
Just get
One for Craig and, nothing for Pete. This is for 3 points. Scores 5-4. The boys are sitting up here chewing their nails. It's player, year and votes. Who was the last Carlton player to win a Brownlow medal? What year and how many votes did they poll?
Pete.
Yes, Pete.
It's Chris Judd.
Yes, that's 1 point. What year?
I should know. 2010.
Cool, excellent. 2 points. And how many points did he score? Or how many votes did he get, I should say?
I'm really. I've a bit blank, drawing blanks here.
It's okay, mate.
Yes.
Have a guess. Just spit out a number somewhere between 29 and 31. I mean,
I was going to say like 31, 32.
okay, you can if you want.
Is it 32?
No. It was actually 30, mate. Sorry about that. Don't blame me. I was having a go there. All right. This is your last question, boys, but it's a two-part question. I'm going to give you 3 player names. I want you to add up their jumper numbers and give me the combined total of all 3 jumpers. Okay? Do not buzz in until you hear all 3, because it would make the question ridiculous otherwise. Here's your first player. Harry Mackay, Jack Silvani, Patrick Cripps.
Craig. 20.
Spot on, mate. You got it. Well done. So it's 6 versus 6 on the last question. I swear to God, Paddy Dale has just actually eaten through a finger. He's that excited. You guys, this is down to the wire. Last question. There you go. 3-player jumpers, you're going to give me the total. Add them up as we go. Sam Doherty, Sam Walsh, Ed Curnow. Go.
Craig.
Craig. This is for the win.
26.
Oh, no, mate. You can steal it here. Pete, you can win this.
So Doherty, Walshy, and what was the other one? Sorry?
Ed Curnow.
Ed Curnow. It's pretty bad, isn't it?
Can we have an abacus up the front? Everyone's going, abacus? What's that? Calculator. No? Answer? This is for the point. This is to win the game. Stab in the dark?
This is when I wish I did better.
Somewhere
at maths at
between
school.
67 and 69.
68.
Whoa, we have a winner. 68 it is. Congratulations. We have a winner. It's Craig. Congratulations. You've actually scored. You are simply the best. You were actually simply the best. Congratulations for doing so. In doing that, Craig, you must be very happy. You'll be able to now listen to That's Good For Footy on podcast with nobody else listening because you've won yourself a pair of Yamaha earbuds valued at $179. Well done. Just for doing that. Pete, you don't go empty-handed, mate. That was a really good effort. There's a That's Good For Footy football. And because you've... all right, I want your head to keep warm. There's a That's Good For Footy beanie. Thank you both for playing. You have been wonderful. You are simply the best. Well done. Cheers, boys. That was nerve-wracking, wasn't it, guys?
I was nervous.
I was sitting on the edge of their chairs. Just to explain, Simply the Best was proudly brought to you by Yamaha and the Big Picture people. They are the experts in surround sound, home theatre technology. The Big Picture people located in Hoppers Crossing, Clyde North, Watergarden, South Morang, Cheltenham and the Gold Coast. That was excellent. This segment is called I'm Too Sexy. All right. So here we go, boys. I'm going to ask you these particular questions. If you answer them... Now, there's...
Are we buzzing in?
No. You're just going to answer them randomly. There's nobody watching. No one cares. The cops aren't going to come after you. Everything's sweet and cool. All right? I'm just going to ask you these questions and you just be free to answer them. Did you want to say anything, Matt? You're okay?
No, I'm just...
It's like a race, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a race.
Are we versing each other? Is that how it's working?
You will be versing each other, but that's why they're going to keep score for you. So you guys can just relax and answer as freely as you like. Here's your first question. Have you ever Googled yourself?
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So they get 1 point each for that, boys. So flip over your paddle. Is your car worth over $70,000?
No way.
No way? Matt?
No.
Oh,
No.
I'd be close, but it's not.
he loves his ute more than anyone.
So the answer...
No.
No.
It's not over 70.
All right. Okay. There's no points there. Do you have more than 3 coffees a day?
No.
No?
I have,
You have.
but not often. But
Okay.
I definitely have.
That's all right. You have, so we'll just give you the point for it. So there's 1 point there, John. Do you watch replays of games you feature in?
No.
No?
No.
No? All right, no points there. Do you have more than 1 mobile phone that you use on a semi-regular basis?
No.
No? Okay. Do you rate yourself as either a really good singer or a dancer?
Dancing,
No.
yes.
Horrible.
But not singing.
Okay, so dancing, yes.
I have to have a drink in my hand, though.
Right, just to
good.
balance.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I get it.
Pour both.
Okay, so that's just 1 point to you, John. Would you get a hair transplant if you were going bald?
No.
No? Okay, no points there.
I don't think I'm in any
No, you're fine. He's fine, isn't he, girls? No one's even listening. Okay. All right. Have you ever said, do you know who I am when lining up at a nightclub?
No.
No? All right. No points. Going to dob him in? All right. Do you either like your passport or driver's licence photo?
No.
No.
No? No points there. Have you ever fudged a footy story just to make it sound better?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. That's a point each there, boys. I like that. Well done, boys. I'd like to hear those stories, wouldn't you? Have you ever brought a present for your partner, but it was really for you?
No.
I've done it with my dad before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that counts. 1 point there. All right, I like it. I'd like to know what that is too. Have you ever re-gifted a gift that was given to you?
No.
No, I don't think I have. No.
No? Sure?
Definitely
Think
not,
about it? Yeah, right. Okay, let's go with this. Have you ever had something that you got, took, or received from the club and then gave it to someone as a present?
I've used the training gear. Like I would give that to family. Does that count?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be training gear.
Yeah,
Or like a
cool.
training jumper, yeah.
Yeah,
Boots.
or boots or something like that. All right, so it's a point each down there, boys. Have you ever gone anywhere and accidentally or purposely left your wallet in the car or at home?
I've left my wallet
Yeah, I'll
many
lose my
places,
wallet all
yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, point each. Good, I like it. Find a little bit out about these two, don't you reckon? I like this. Have you ever gone to a restaurant and ordered something that wasn't on the menu?
No.
Nah.
No, not that precious?
No.
All right, okay. No points there. Have you ever gone to the movies by yourself?
I have before, yep.
Yeah?
No.
Oh, just 1 point there. 1 point. Like that. Do you have over 5,000 followers on Instagram?
No.
Yep.
Yes, no and yes. So another point down the front.
Big dog
This is
over
good.
here.
Can I
Yeah,
get a,
did. You did.
can I get a score check? What do we sit? Is that 6 or 7? 6? 6 versus... I'm confused. 7 down there and 6 over here. Okay, 7 versus 6. Yes, Paddy, you're in
start
front.
lying.
Yeah. Have you ever attended more than 2 red carpet events in 1 year?
I don't think I've had one.
I haven't had one.
No? No?
Nah.
Okay, all right, no points there. Have you ever received and gladly accepted any promotional product in the mail or through the club without actually requesting it?
No. We don't really get anything, do we?
No, we don't.
No?
No.
Yeah, maybe I'll
Ask Walshy that question.
You would have a bit.
Walshy. Yeah, we'll get him on and he'll answer
We're
just
not
about
big
everything to this. Yeah, okay. And here's your last question. And I think, what do we got there score-wise again? So it's 7 versus 6, all right. Have you ever been in a situation that requires you to do something for the club that you're not necessarily comfortable with?
Nah.
You were about to say something.
Nah. I'm always comfortable enough.
All right, so that was, you actually haven't, and Matthew, neither of you.
Nah.
Okay, so we finish up with a total score of 7 versus 6. They stay where they are. That's our little segment. Thank you very much. We have 2 winners down the front. You boys are way too sexy, eh, Sam? Well done. I like it. Good on you, fellas. All right, what we'll do for you, 2 young boys down the front, the young lad there, that's yours, all right? Congratulations, because Paddy Dale won for you. All right, so you can thank Paddy Dale for that. That's your football. Leave that score paddle down there. You don't go home empty-handed. There's a beanie for you to keep your head warm. All right? Well done, boys. Good on you, champ.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's called Who Am I? All right. Now, what's going to happen here, I reckon both boys are going to be all right. Jesse's going to be okay. Jesse, you're going to have to flip over that paddle each time that the boys get one right. You're going to be okay with that, aren't you? Yep. And Jack, you have to do the same. So each time that you get one right, you have to flip over the paddle. When you hear this noise, that means that they got it right, and you've got to flip over the paddle. When you hear this noise, that means that they didn't get it right, so there's no flipping over the paddle. So no cheating, all right? I'm watching you. Okay. So what's going to happen is, the segment is called Who Am I? You've got 45 seconds on the clock, boys. I'm going to give you the player number, the jumper number from the club. You've got to give me their Christian name and their surname in the 45 seconds allotted. That's how it works.
Are we buzzing?
No, you're going to go one at a time. Who would like to volunteer to go first? You'll go first?
Got it.
Fantastic. So, Jesse, Matt's going to go first. You're going to keep score for him. It's going to go real quick. So you're going to start flipping them over as soon as he starts getting them right. Each time you hear that noise, you've got to start flipping them over. Same will happen when it's Paddy's turn, Jack. All right? So here we go. Your time starts now. Number 20.
Lockie Plowman.
Correct. Number 25.
Oh, Zach Fisher.
Yes, correct. No, it's still you. Number 30.
Charlie Curnow.
Correct. Number 44.
Matt Owies.
Correct. Number 19.
Corey Durden.
Correct. Number 7.
Matthew Kennedy.
Correct. Number 3.
Jesse Motlop.
Correct. Number 43.
Matthew Owies. 43, Will Setterfield.
Correct. Number 6.
Zach Williams.
Correct. Number 34.
Sam Phil.
Correct. Number 10.
Harry Mackay.
Yes, correct. Number 36.
Josh Honey.
Correct. Number 18.
Sam Walsh.
Correct. Number 11.
Mitch McGovern.
Correct. Number 35.
Ed Curnow.
Correct. Number 22. Callum Marchbank, who of course is coming back into the team. No, that's all right. It's all good. Thank you very much for assisting him with that. How did he go? 17. Really? Wow, I only got 6 here, so that's great. Well done, Jesse. No, it was 17. Well done. That's brilliant. Mate, that was very good. Seriously, first time at it. I love it. So the same thing's now going to happen for you, Paddy. Yep. Jack, this is your turn. You're in the limelight, my friend. These boys are playing for some serious prizes here. A bottle of water or something. So it's all systems go. Your time will start on your first one, which is now number 13.
Liam Stocker.
Correct. Number 32.
Jack Nunes.
Correct. Number 16.
Jack Carroll.
Correct. Number 17.
Brody Kemp.
Correct. Number 21.
Jack Martin.
Correct. Number 2.
Myself.
Yeah, Paddy Dale.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. Number 5.
Adam Chera.
Correct. 23.
Jacob Wiedering.
Correct. Number 9.
Paddy Cripps.
Correct. 24.
Nick Newman.
Correct. Number 15.
Doherty. Sam Doherty.
Yes. Number 1.
Jack Silvani.
Correct. Number 4.
Lockie O'Brien.
Correct. Number 27.
Mark Pitney.
Correct. Number 28.
David Cunningham.
Correct. Number 31.
Tom Williamson.
Correct. Number 12.
Oh.
I'll give it to you if you can get it.
Yeah, Tom DeConning.
There it is. There it is. Total score of 17. I shouldn't have given it to him. Oh, well done. Hey, guys, that was seriously good. You both got 17, which means you're both winners. How good's that? Well done, boys. All right. So there's a footy for you, Jesse. You happy with that? Do you put that little score paddle back down there? You're done with that. And I'll try and get you another football from out the back. But in the meantime, Jack, there's a beanie for you. Leave your cap on because your cap looks cool, but you've got a beanie as well. Well done, boys. Thanks for playing. That was a good little segment we call Who Am I? Next week on the show, June the 15th, from the Richmond Football Club, we've got Shea Bolton and Noah Bolter. And then on June the 22nd, from the Collingwood Football Club, we've got Brody Myercheck and Jack Crisp. If you're purchasing tickets online, remember, you can only get your tickets through the That's Good For Footy website, www.that'sgoodforfooty.com.au/events. Click on the links in the post on the That's Good For Footy Facebook page. This will take you through the ticketing platform, or you can also now purchase your tickets at the door unless sold out prior. These shows are conducted live at the Mulgrave Country Club in front of a live audience. That's you guys. That's where you get to clap for yourself. Yep. You're an enthusiastic lot. I love it. If you'd like to be kept informed, all you've got to do is go onto the That's Good Footy Facebook page and do the sign up button, and the information will come through to you. We'll send you a text. How many people got a text when we sent it out to you this week? Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, at least one person did. It's great that you've all signed up, but you can, and each time you do, you'll get information highlighting the fact of who's going to be on and where. What I would now like you to do, if you don't mind, is could you please put your hands together for Sam and Sandy, my 2 assistants. Thank you, Sandy. Another beautiful job at the door and on the floor. Brilliant. Absolutely. Can't do anything without you. You know that. And you too, Sam. I'm not excluding you, my friend. But whilst you're all feeling in that really, clapping mood, can you please put your hands together for Paddy Dale and Matthew Kennedy? Keep that applause going. It's been wonderful to have the 2 boys here this evening. Normally I'll get an OG and then a newbie to sort of come on, but tonight you're both newbies. Tell us, what did you expect? Was it what you thought it'd be, and how much fun or no fun have you had?
Oh, we really didn't know what to expect, but for the numbers that have shown up, guys, we really appreciate the energy you have brought. It's been great fun, and we'd love to come back. So
excellent.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Your last word, Paddy. Your first time on the show. How'd you enjoy it?
No, I thought it was going to be a much more formal, but it's been a very sort of informal chat with everyone. It's good.
Yeah, good.
It's been, very good show. But,
you can do that if you like, because that's a relief sign. Yeah. Well, we're glad that you both made yourself available and came down here representing the Carlton Football Club and obviously the fans this evening. Thanks for your candour. Thanks for your insight. Great to meet you both. That's all I really wanted to say. This has been the That's Good For Footy panel show. My name's Damien. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night. We'll see you again soon. Cheers. Thank you.